What is going on, guys? CJ here and welcome back to Stalcraft. In today's video we have the last of our top artifact series. We're breaking down counter artifacts, but before we get into that, do be sure to check out our previous videos. We've covered the best movement speed, the best bullet res, healing and vitality artifact, and carry weight artifacts. If you want to know what the best artifacts in the game are, be sure to check those videos out. But without further ado, let's start talking about the best counter artifacts in the game. Now, we couldn't talk about counter artifacts without the king of all counter artifacts, and that being the Atom. We all know the Atom, we've seen them around. These bad boys give you everything. They give you no negative, and they give you everything positive. So you're going to be able to work with this quite well. While they do not give you the highest counter stats out there, they do give you some really good stats, and they work for pretty much everything. So if you're trying to build something and you're coming up and you just so happen to have an Atom, just know that you're well set for many builds. Then we have the Urchin. Now the Urchin is kind of like an Atom. As you can see, it also gives you some pretty good stuff. It's not as good as the Atom in my personal opinion because it doesn't give you as high of stats, but it's still pretty damn solid. The Urchin was pretty good for a while, and the fact that it tosses in there a little bit of stamina does come in quite handy. For our next artifact, we have the Eye of the Storm. Now, this does give you a negative, but it's nothing to worry about because for the most part you will not have to counter this, and it does give you some movement speed. Y'all know I'm a big fan of movement speed, so anything with movement speed, you gonna have me in there. On top of that, it does give you some nice resistances to all the things you can see here, so Eye of the Storm, pretty damn good. It does come from an event, so you can't get it no more unless you buy it from someone that got it during the winter event, but it's still a pretty damn solid artifact. Up next, we have two newer artifacts, and I say newer because these weren't available in the game before. So those two artifacts are the Radiator. Now the Radiator is also pretty damn good. It gives you movement speed, thermal, temperature, psi, pretty damn solid. I wanted to put it in here because it's pretty good. I've seen some people make some awesome builds with Radiators, and the fact that it tosses in that movement speed, like I said, is top tier. The next thing is a Transformer. And this is good because it gives you carry weight. It gives you all these resistances, but the fact that it gives you carry weight makes this pretty good for people that like to farm and carry a lot of stuff in their inventory. So Transformers are going to be a very friendly option for people that like to carry and farm a lot. And that's not it. We always leave special artifacts towards the end of the video. The ones that didn't make the cut for the top artifacts, but some that I still want to give a shout out to. And counter artifacts is a very special scene where there are many artifacts that you can counter things with, and these are some of those artifacts. I'm quickly gonna go over them so you can see them. Pause the video if you want to see what they offer, but basically all these are artifacts that counter specific stuff, be it thermal, be it radiation, be it bioinfection, or psi. So if you're having to make a build and you need a very specific counter, and you don't want to put something that counters everything, and you happen to have one of these artifacts right here, you're going to be able to counter that perfectly. All of these are pretty damn good artifacts, some better than others, but once again, if you're going for the cream of the crop, I would say some of these right here are definitely it. But that's going to be it for this video and for the top artifact series. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, drop a comment, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, join our Discord. Y'all know the deal. And stay tuned because we have a new series coming up teaching people how to make their builds. So I'm going to start with some early game builds, mid game builds, and late game builds. That way people know what artifacts they can afford, what artifacts they can get, and all that good stuff. But for now, if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button and I will see you on the next one.